Hi, this is Jody Dent. Welcome to Lead Gen X. And today's topic, we're going to talk about qualifying, having a qualifying system that will qualify your leads, actually book an appointment, put it on your calendar so you are ready to talk to clients. So the system that I typically use right now is called Go High Level, and it is a solid platform with a lot of cool features to have, and they are base features. So what I do is I basically build on top of that platform and customize it to my line of business. Now, my line of business, I have a lending company and I lend to investors across the United States. So what I did is, typically I go and pre-qualify, and borrowers basically to see if they are qualified for the loan. So I get a lot of different borrowers, and some of them don't qualify. So it's just a waste of time, me always on the phone, see if they're looking at your paperwork, and if you're qualified or you're not qualified. So what I did is I used Go High Level's platform, and I built a customization system on top of that. And what that does is that we built a system where it sends out pre-qualifying questions, and it sends out these questions on automation using our AI bot system. And the bot will have specific prompts and questions to ask the particular borrower, and if they say yes or no, it will lead them towards which way. And if it's a yes, then they're pre-qualified. The bot will actually go into my calendar, and then it will book an appointment for me to talk to the borrower so we can get them a loan. So it's a very great system. We built it out. Took a couple of months to build that out, but it's used for pretty much any business. It's a pre-qualification workflow, and I'm going to definitely show you the ins and outs of how we put that together. Ready? Let's go. All right. So what I have here, we're in the Go High Level platform. This is my Lead Gen X company that I have my specific sub account, which is my company, Honest Capital Partners, the lenders, under this particular platform. So what I want to show you first is typically, I have a website, and you can, we have basically Facebook services or ad campaigns or Google campaigns. We also use geofencing technologies to bring in the fuel, which is the leads, to the website. And typically this is my website here, and I have what we call a survey application website. And this application is pretty much a workflow that I have set up. And like I said, a lot of this coding, all of this will be done for you if you definitely come on board through Lead Gen X. But there's disqualifiers coming down, and either qualifying the customer or not qualifying the customer. And it all comes from the pre-qualification or submit a deal workflow. So I can pretty much go through, I'm an investor, I want to look for a purchase. It's going to ask me several different questions to qualify me. And with states, I even drill down to the states that I'm able to lend in or do business in, and the states that are not. If somebody clicks on a state that I'm not able to do business in, then they'll send them over to a disqualification bucket into my system, and they can't move any further. That's how detailed it is, and it's very, very user friendly. Even with rural areas, I don't do rural areas, so if they choose yes on rural areas, then it'll disqualify them. So I just go through, several of these questions that I have here. Even if they're financing the primary home, I do commercial only property, business purpose loans. And so if somebody wants to look at funding a home for the primary, I have my brokers, my other loan officers that can do this. So if they choose yes, it can send them over to my other loan officers, and they can work the deal. But if they'll choose no, and they'll give me a scenario of what they want, out of the deal. So I get a clearer picture of what they're looking for, and then they'll, choose next. I'm gonna gray out some of this stuff, so you'll probably won't see that. But you put in their name and information, And then as soon as they click submit, then the system will be able to send me a text to my cell phone. Basically, let me go through the workflow. So I'm going to go to another workflow. So it's going to send me a text and also the email congratulate me on being pre-qualified to move forward. So now it will move into the pre-qualification workflow. I believe I selected a rehab loan. So I have like several different loan products as far as workflows are concerned. And so it goes to this particular workflow, and I have, this thing is really, really built out. I can span, it's a very, very great workflow that we put together. And all of it, basically, it's just qualification questions. So this is what happens. I filled out the survey. I got pre-qualified by filling out that survey you just saw from my website. So that's like gate number one. I go through several gates in order to send that particular customer down the funnel so that they're hot and ready to go and pre-qualified. So as you can see here, after I filled out the survey and I'm pre-qualified, it gives me a thanks for taking the time to fill out the survey. I send them a personal video email welcoming them to my particular service. It just gives a good warm and fuzzy to the customer, knowing that I'm a real person. I'm a real company. So it's something that you can do as an option. I do it because I wanted to have that personal touch. And then next, the bot will automatically fire off that I have put into the workflows that you will see here. And basically, it's going to ask, hey man, I want to ask you a few questions. Is that okay? I've already pre-filled this, so this is pretty much on my cell phone. Imagine this is on your cell phone. So it's going to send you, the customer, the borrower, the text. This text, is that okay? I said okay, basically, and then it goes through a series of questions based on my qualifications to the customer, based on if I can give them that product or service. In my case, a loan. So it goes through several different questions. It's pretty much yes or no type of questions that the bot will generate and send out text to them. I reply yes, ask a question. I reply yes, ask a question. And if I reply no on any of those questions, then it will disqualify me and send me to another bucket that will nurture them down the road until they're qualified. So I say yes on several different questions. And then the last question, I say no, because I don't have any mortgage late, as a borrower. So I'm going to ask that if they do have late, it is an issue with me in lending my capital to them to get that investment property. So I say no. And then what happens next, which is cool, is it's going to congratulate me, and then it's going to go into my own personal calendar and send them a calendar link to book an appointment based on my availability. That's the cool thing about it. The system will look at your calendar and see what you are open up, and then it'll set up a time for you to meet with that customer. In my case, the borrower, to kind of chat with them to get them ready to fill out the loan application, go through processing, underwriting, and closing the deal quickly. So that opportunity is there, and then it updates the opportunity in the pipeline. So if you can see here, I don't think we can change here. Okay, so it'll move this particular borrower in my pipeline, so I can focus on, hey, I have a borrower in the booking confirmed bucket, so that I can focus on, hey, I have appointments coming up pretty soon to meet with them. And then once the appointment is confirmed, it goes through my workflows as far as the appointment confirmation workflows. I'm gonna move that over. I'm gonna let you show you some of the workflows that I have so that you can see the power that we have behind this particular system. All right, here I am. So I'm gonna show you, these are the workflows that is an automation monster that we have put together. I have email workflows. I have the survey, which is on the first part, you saw the survey through my website that people fill out. It's a certain workflow to bring people in. And basically, I'm gonna show you the little workflow that I have. So these are, my qualifiers and disqualifiers. So if, like you said, first-time home buyer, right? It disqualifies them. So it sends them a particular email to disqualify that particular customer. So I have qualifiers, disqualifiers to the first gate there. So, and I go back and then I have, I have social platform conversion workflows, which my team set up, the Facebook campaigns. I have workflows to really fire off API, the pixel conversions. This is kind of my fuel to bring in leads into my funnel. And this is the engine. This is the pre-qualification workflow. I can show you, based on what people select on my survey. I have several different loan products. If it's a rehab loan, a rental loan, or a ground up construction loan, it will trigger which particular product that particular borrower will trigger which workflow that borrower will go into based on what they select on the survey. So let's say if they wanted a rehab loan, I have a myriad of different things, of workflows coming through this particular system that will qualify. I'm going to bring this out to show you how vast what we put together. So this is the framework. And again, you don't have to worry about this. I know some of you guys are not technically sound. That is perfectly fine. It's all done for you. So basically what you see, every branch here on, let's say on the left side, they are qualifiers. So my bot I prompt my bot to ask several questions that you saw on the earlier part of the video about, those texts coming through, those questions. That's my bot asking those questions to the particular customer. And if they say yes, they move down the line. If they say no on any of those questions, then they'll move to the right. The right are pretty much the disqualifiers. So they'll send wherever they at, they are down those questions. They go say no, it'll disqualify them and move them away to another bucket to nurture them down the road. But this is my framework that we put together that it's just, man, it's a game changer for me. I'm quite sure it'd be a game changer for you because it's all built on that automation that I talked to you about earlier. And so I have those engines set up. And also down the road as well, let me go back into qualification workflow. I also have a conversation AI workflow. Right now it's in beta stage. I have it in draft mode right now. And basically what that is, once they're qualified and they book an appointment, my conversation AI will kick off. And that AI is pretty much trained to have, it's a Q&A Autobot. And basically I pre-built in a ton of questions based on my business and my loans and answers to those questions. So when somebody, the borrower wants to ask a question, because I'm asking, the bot's going to reach out and ask them, hey, do you have any other additional questions via text? And then the borrower may have a question. Yeah, I do have one more question before our meeting, And then the bot will be able to answer them back. That's still in beta stage, but that is coming up soon. I mean, this is like a game changer along the lines with my workflow. So that's another part of the system. So if I go back and you can kind of see my appointment workflows. I told you, once I booked an appointment, the system books an appointment for me, and then it sends the borrower reminders to the day of the time of that booking appointment. And that particular, it can go up into 24 hours, 15 hours, 24 hours, whatever the time slot that you have. Right now is not on, but here we go. So it gives a confirmation email. It sends out an SMS. This is me because I set up my appointment already. So that's my little face right here. And it has 24 hours before the appointment. It will send out an email. 1 hour before the appointment, it will send out an email and a text 5 minutes, it will send out an email or text reminding them that they have an appointment with me to talk to them about my products and services, get them a loan. However, because again, they're already warmed up, they're already ready to go, and it's a matter of having a quick conversation, giving them a loan, going through processing, underwriting, closing the deal. And so this will work for pretty much any service-based industry, because again, the framework of this can go about across any type of industry that you have. So if you're service-based, you can send people through this automation system, and then imagine waking up the next morning, on your calendar you have so many leads that are ready to go, warmed up. All you have to do is have a quick conversation with them and sell your product, because it's already automated for you. So I even have reputation management. Basically, it's a Google My Business review page. So if once they close on the deal, in my case, my loan, after 30 days or so, this is going to kick off and send them a message to them via text, asking them to give me a good valuation, a 5-star review. And everybody knows reviews are hot, right? The hot topic right now. 5-star ratings are the hot topic, because that just gives you a leg up on the business based on your competitors. So these systems, again, are all pre-made and set up. So if you decide to, and again, you got to make sure it caters towards your particular industry, which I'm quite sure it does. If you're service-based, we could set this up and get you ready to go. And it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to get everything set up, your business information, your questions that we can plug into your prompt. And then we'll set up a sub account and get you ready to bring in leads, and you can just be closing on automation. So this is a great product for you to have in your service. I'm excited about it. We're bringing this, we're launching this out into the new year. By the time you see this message, it's 2024. This is on YouTube. Have any questions, feel free to, comment below. And, if you're ready to go, there should be a link to our site, LeadGenX, to get you set up. I have several different plans, based on where you are. Have a starter plan, a premium plan, a basic plan. It's all based on, how many seats that you have. If you're a one-person show, you can select this plan. But if you're a bigger enterprise, there's other plans that caters towards that particular business. So I'm ready to go. My team's ready to go. We're ready to get you leads and get you sales quickly and fast. The speed of the game, and based off of automation, so all the legwork is already done. You don't have to do any heavy lifting, but just bring in leads or customers to your business so that you can sell your product. So I'm happy, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.